super creepy military recruitment video tells the truth about bizarre psychological operations that the US is running. Never before in human history have the elite had such powerful tools to shape how we view the world. This is by Michael Schneider on Collective Spark. He says, I just watched one of the creepiest videos that I've ever seen in my entire life. In fact, it was so creepy that I never wanted to see it again. I avoid horror movies because I don't want to be exposed to that sort of content, and I would put this video in the same category. But the video that I just watched is not a piece of fiction. Instead, it's actually an official recruitment video for a unit of the US military known as the 4th Psychological Operations Group. According to their official website, the 4th Psychological Operations Group is engaged in information warfare, quote unquote, all over the globe. The 4th Psychological Operations Group is also known as PSYOPs, defines itself as masters of influence and practitioners of information warfare. According to its website, that means the mere act of people debating its video is a sign of success. In a war, operations are supposed to be directed at the enemy, but the video that I just watched basically admits that they're running psychological operations against everyone. In the video, the 4th Psychological Operations Group claims that they are everywhere and that they are really the ones that are pulling the strings, quote unquote. The video asks, have you ever wondered who's pulling the strings? You'll find us in the shadows at the tip of the spear. Anything we touch is a weapon. We can deceive, persuade, change, influence, inspire. We come in many forms. We are everywhere, they said. And if you've not seen the video yet, you can find it at the link here. I don't know about you, but I don't want my own government trying to alter what I believe. But that is precisely what's taking place. Perhaps you think that you're so strong that you could never be influenced by any of their psyops. Unfortunately, if you're like most Americans, it's actually happening on a daily basis. Right now, they're working exceedingly hard to influence your opinions about the conflict in Ukraine. As a result, most Americans believe that the pro-democracy forces there are heroes and that deserve our full financial support. And so most Americans are happy that Congress has just decided to send them another $40 billion of our tax dollars. But how would Americans feel if they were exposed to the truth about what's really going on over there? For example, a former French Marine that spent weeks on the front lines there is now publicly sharing what he personally witnessed. Speaking to French radio station Sud Radio, Adrien Bouquet said he had witnessed a lot of crimes, and they were committed by the people there, not by the others. He pointed out Bouquet is therefore enormously alarmed that Europe is sending things to Ukraine. Now, he says, I worked with them and gave them medicine. Do you know what they said? That they would... Okay, I'm not going to say that. It's just too bad. Now, after reading that, you don't really think that it's a good idea to be giving them tens of billions of tax dollars. Bouquet also said that he saw absolutely horrible things being done. And, of course, you'll never hear about this from the corporate media in the Western world, and that is because those running psychological operations for our government are extremely good at what they do. Needless to say, they are not the only ones that are trying to control what we think. The big social media companies are relentlessly trying to shape how we view the world. In fact, Project Veritas has just released a video in which a senior engineer at Twitter admits that conservative viewpoints are routinely being censored by his company. A senior engineer at Twitter has admitted the social media giant has a strong left-wing bias in that they routinely censor conservatives. Siru Murugesan was recorded saying the company culture extremely far left, where workers are commies and they hate Elon Musk's $44 billion takeover. In a shocking, frank conversation filmed over several encounters, he said the firm does not believe in free speech and even started to turn him left-wing when he joined. And if you haven't viewed the project, it's the link is here to the video. Everyone has an agenda, and every single day there are very powerful forces that are working extremely hard to control what we think, and it's working. Sadly, This is particularly true for our young people. One example of a young woman that has been completely brainwashed by Drew Hernandez, and she's there. Now, there's another extremely disturbing example. Most Americans spend endless hours watching television, on the internet, listening to the radio, playing video games, and the vast majority of the news and entertainment that we consume, quote unquote, is controlled by just a handful of enormously powerful corporations. If you do not learn how to think for yourself, they will be more than happy to do your thinking for you. Those that regularly follow my work know that I'm always urging my readers to break free from the matrix, quote unquote, that most people willingly plug themselves into on a daily basis. Never before in human history have the elite had such power tools to shape how we view the world. And if you allow them to control what you think, you are no better than a slave. So please help me wake more people up while we still can, because time is running out. It's finally here, Michael's book, 7-Year Apocalypse, on paperback and Kindle. And about the author, my name is Michael Snyder. He says, my brand new book entitled 7-Year Apocalypse is now available on Amazon. In addition to my new book, I've written 5 others that are available on Amazon. Lost Prophecies of the Future of America, The Beginning of the End, Get Prepared Now, and Living a Life That Really Matters. By purchasing the books, you help to support the work that my wife and I are doing, and by giving it to others, you help to multiply the impact that we're having on people all over the globe. I've published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, and The Most Important News. And the articles that I publish on those sites are republished on dozens of other prominent websites all over the world. I always freely and happily allow others to republish my articles on their websites, but I also ask that they include this about the author section with each article. And that's what I'm doing here. The material contained in this article is for general information purposes only, and readers should consult licensed professionals before making any legal, business, financial, or health decisions. I encourage you to follow me on social media on Facebook and Twitter, and any way that you can share these articles with others is a great help. During these very challenging times, people will need hope more than ever before, and it's our goal to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with as many people as we possibly can. And this is by Michael Snyder, guest writer on Collective Spark. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.